On SNG Daily, we'll tell you why police in Brazil are patrolling with guns in flooded waters. But first, news from Russia. In his most significant changes to the military command since Russia invaded Ukraine 2 years ago, Putin has picked Andrei Belousov, who is a civilian economist and former deputy prime minister. Sergei Shoigu, Putin's long-term ally and outgoing defense minister, will become the secretary of Russia's powerful Security Council. Shoigu, who has been in charge of defense since 2012, will replace Nikolai Patrushev. So what do we know about Belousov? He was a former economy minister, considered very close to Putin. He shares Putin's vision of rebuilding a strong state. He played a key role in overseeing Russia's drone program. Now, even though the changes took many in the Russian elite by surprise, it is being interpreted as an attempt by Putin to put defense spending under greater scrutiny. Remember, Shoigu was accused of taking kickbacks worth nearly 11 million US dollars. It also shows that Putin is doubling down on the Ukraine war and wants to ensure that Russia's economy, which has so far managed to stay stable despite some of the most severe economic sanctions, continues to stay its course. 2 weeks after the devastating rain and floods in Brazil's Rio Grande do Sul, police parties like these are patrolling the hard-to-reach neighborhoods where thefts and robberies have been reported. Flooding in Porto Alegre has seen a jump in reports of crimes, and heavily armed police now check abandoned homes. The police party came across a looted petrol pump on one of their nightly rounds, seen in this video. Now, even as more rain is expected, the death toll so far has touched 143.
Com a presença das patrulhas embarcadas, o policiamento ostensivo vai diminuir a questão, né, dos furtos e roubos, né, que estavam ocorrendo. Então há essa diminuição, né, com a presença policial nessas áreas aí de difícil acesso.
Separatists in Catalonia seem to be losing steam as the Catalan election results gave the ruling socialists the biggest vote share. This will not only be a big setback for the decade-long separatist movement, but also a vindication for Spain's socialist Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez. The Prime Minister had made a controversial gamble to normalize relations with Catalonia, which included issuing pardons for convictions over the independence drive. He also sought to give amnesty to others who are still in prison. The separatists in Catalonia led a 2017 illegal independence referendum and declaration of independence that caused Spain's worst institutional crisis in more than 30 years. Salvador Illa, the leader under whom the socialists contested the polls in Catalonia, called the results a new era. The socialists have won 42 seats in a chamber of 135. So they still don't have the majority and will need to stitch up working alliances to avoid a re-election.
Cataluña ha decidido hoy ponerse en marcha, ponerse a funcionar con respeto, con educación, contando con todo el mundo y también con ambición para volver a liderar económicamente España.
On Sunday, crowds of Georgians gathered outside Tbilisi's parliament building to oppose a law on foreign agents, a day before it was set for its third reading. The Prime Minister is determined to pass a law that requires organizations receiving more than 20% of their funding from abroad to register as agents of foreign influence. It has triggered a political crisis and widespread protests. The Prime Minister has also warned protesters of prosecution if the protests turn violent. The disagreement over the bill has become crucial in determining whether Georgia, which was historically aligned with the West, maintains its pursuit of European Union and NATO membership or shifts towards closer ties with Russia.
S'esperava millor. Però sobretot és la davallada dels que podien fer majoria independentista que fa que no hi haurà majoria independentista. Ara potser després hi ha joc per fer aliança i ja veurem més endavant el que pot passar.
Indonesia's Ibu volcano exploded Monday morning, shooting thick columns of grey ash high into the sky. According to Indonesia's volcanology agency, the eruption lasted about 5 minutes, sending ash as high as 5 kilometers. There was also a smaller eruption on Friday. The volcano's alert level remains the second highest, according to Hendra Gunawan, the head of Indonesia's Volcanology and Geological Hazard Mitigation Center. No evacuation orders have been given so far. As the ash spewed from the volcano, people said they also heard a booming sound. No activity is permitted in a 5-kilometer radius near the volcano. As per the Volcanology Agency, Indonesia sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire and has 127 active volcanoes. For more such videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the like button and follow for more news updates.